Sometimes there are TV shows that have a specific beginning, middle, and end to where they'll either tease it in the beginning and then it pays off at the end of the season, or they'll have a story in the beginning and it plays off at the end of the show. But today we're gonna look at some shows that don't have a specific story. They kind of just do their own thing. Even if they have a part one and part two, it doesn't even matter. What they call it, episodic? Is that what it's called? No arcing story, pretty much. So we're gonna take a look at some of those shows, see how they do, how they hold up, if they're any good. So make sure you like and sub up. Cause I'm gonna be honest, some shows don't need an overarching story. Some shows could I like just to turn my brain off and watch a show and just you could pick it up at any time and it won't matter. But some people don't like that. So let's take a look and see which shows made the cut. First we got Chowder. Now, I don't vividly remember Chowder. I did look at a few episodes before at times, but I do remember watching it back then a little bit. But it's like, what was it, '07? I was like 6 when it came out. But I do remember Chowder having like some funny comedic moments, even though some of the moments I did see when I was older. I mean, even with some of the moments that I did see when I was older, but the comedic timing on some of these were actually hilarious. So Chowder, I think Chowder gets away with being a show, even though I feel like a lot of people don't know how it ended. But the last episode, I believe, was like him growing up. But I even feel like that was like memed on, like that wasn't like real, even though it's a cartoon. You get what I'm saying? Like I felt like that was just like make believe. But you can go back and look at it yourself. It did happen. But as far as non-episodic, what is it, episodic or non-episodic? I don't even know. However you want to say it, it gets away with like being a show where like you could tune in on any time on any episode. And I don't believe anything mattered. They may have part one and part two of something, but like overall, it didn't really matter what happened. It didn't really matter what happened, to be real, because it's like, okay, it's Chowder. I could put on this episode. Oh, the next episode they're not even talking about. Like that's what I mean by like shows that don't really have an overarching story. Like it doesn't like you could watch you could watch season 1 episode 15 and then season 2 episode 12, and nothing from that previous season will be talked about or even mentioned or worried about. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by like shows that have no overarching story. I'm pretty sure y'all knew that, but as YouTubers terms, I had to explain it just because, some people might be like, what you talking about, man? You never know. So we like to keep it real around here. So that's what I mean by that, just so y'all know. But as far as Chowder, Chowder gets a pass. Chowder gets a pass for being that because it was funny. Like, it had funny moments. Let me know what y'all thought. Did y'all think Chowder was funny? Did y'all even remember watching Chowder? I feel like it was pretty popular back then, but maybe it was just me and my circle. Next, we got Kick Buttowski. Oh, man. Kick Buttowski, bro, I loved Kick Buttowski. Still do. My memory's trash when it comes to shows, and this is another show that gets away with, like, having no overarching story. I guess you could say, like, he's a daredevil and he wants to become, like, famous, but it's like it's literally every episode is like different. Even like I said, even if they have a part one and part two, it doesn't really affect anything or matter. It's just adventures of him having an older brother, being a daredevil, wanting to be a daredevil and all that. Bro, Kick Buttowski, oh my god, he had a saying called "all biscuits." I used to unironically say that all the time, like all biscuits, like all the time. Kick Buttowski, I don't know what it was. And it was only like 2 seasons, bro. I was upset about that. I was like, what? 2 seasons? And like I said, my memory's trash. So I can go back and watch pretty much almost any show and like not remember really what happened. But Kick Buttowski, oh my god, that show is so inspirational. And of course it gets a pass for not being an episodic. Still don't know if I'm using that right. Episodic or episodic TV show where it doesn't have an overarching story. It gets away with it, super gets away with it. Because, like, if you haven't seen Kick Buttowski, this might be a small niche. People that get this far in the video might not even know what this is, really. But if you do and you like Kick Buttowski, that's so inspirational. I feel like it didn't even go on that long. But for some reason, shows with 2 seasons somehow end up going like 3+ years. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they get away with it. But somehow they get away with going with a show for 2+ years, even though it was only 2 seasons. I want to see that in real time. How does a show get away with having 2 seasons that go on for like 3+ years? It's like, I don't know. It's like one season be a year, and I guess half the season be another year. But like, I guess it don't really matter now because it's so many years later. But why they have to, like, shows like this never have to end like that, bro. You have unlimited content. It's no episodic or non-episodic, whatever type of thing. You can do what you want. Next, we got Gumball. And I feel like a lot of people, I mean, a lot of people like Gumball. Gumball, for me, I'm not gonna lie. Gumball is one of the few shows that got funnier as the later seasons went on. I don't know what it was. I guess like I don't know if like maybe real world situations happen, so they were able to make more comedy. I don't know. The first few seasons, it's kind of hard to go back, not because of the dialogue and nothing like that, but it's just like I've gotten so used to. I made a video about it. I've gotten so used to them looking like more updated that I can't watch the first like few seasons till they upgrade. I don't know, and it got funnier too. But with Gumball, I mean, I guess there's a story, but maybe not really because it's like Rob pretty much becoming evil and all that. That was an overarching thing, but not really. Like if you didn't watch like those episodes, you probably wouldn't have known for real. But based off the whole thing is basically just like, you know, Gumball and Darwin go through their little thing. Other characters probably get an episode here and there. And I keep using episodic, but I don't know if I'm using it right. But you know, we keep it real around here, so we're gonna keep going. But as far as shows that like don't have an arching story, pretty much, Gumball's got to be like number one. It's like it's got to be number one, right? Am I tripping? It's number one to me out of every show in this list. I'm not gonna hold you, but Gumball, it's hilarious. It could be here. Like I said, there's no arching story really except the Rob thing. Maybe there's something else I'm missing. Forgive me if I forgot something, but it's just like I'm not. Maybe I'm not up to date with Gumball like that, but it's gotta. Nah, I can't think of nothing else except the Rob thing. Probably something else, but like as far as everything goes, it's an episodic, non-episodic TV show, so it counts. For me, it counts, and I'm gonna keep it up here because let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Gumball? I don't even know why I'm about to say Gumball is valid. Of course, Gumball is valid. What am I talking about? Y'all gonna say Gumball is valid? Come on. Next, we got Back at the Barnyard. This one, a lot of people may not even recognize or realize that Back in the Barnyard. Some people might not even know what it is. It had a little run back then, and then it really hasn't been around since then. I'm not gonna lie, I like the show better than the movie, but that's just me. But as far as Back at the Barnyard goes, I had an enjoyable time watching it. I remember it having comedic timing as well. Just like it had like, I'm not comparing it to Family Guy obviously, but it had like sometimes it would have like Family Guy comedic timing. I don't know what it was. Sometimes it would hit me. Maybe I need to go back in this year and actually go look at it again. But I've seen a few episodes since last time it aired. And some of it was cool. It wasn't really nostalgia. But as you can go, like I said, you can go through every single episode and it really won't be a story at all. Like, I don't think they even had a story once. Like I said, maybe a part 1 or part 2. But as far as that, I don't think they ever had a story in Back of the Barnyard. I guess you could say it's based off the movie, obviously. It's crazy how they made a whole show out of that movie. But if you haven't seen Back at the Barnyard, I recommend watching the show. You really don't have to watch the movie because it's like I said, I don't have too many great memories from the movie. Not that it was bad. I just don't really remember nothing from the movie, which says something. But I did say my memory is trash. So maybe that's that. But I feel like you'll like the show better. But as far as like show that's running, and it's not running no more, obviously, that doesn't have really an arching story or nothing happen and you could just turn your brain off, I put it right below Gumball. I'd watch this over Chowder. Dang, that might be bad cap. Was that bad cap? Dang, whoever makes it this far, I hope I didn't just say nothing crazy. I mean, I'd watch Back at the Barn. Because I don't know, there's a part of my brain that remembers it having comedic, funny moments. Kind of like Penguins of Madagascar. Penguins of Madagascar is goated, but like, I just have comedic, I just remember, maybe I need to go back and really watch this show for real to really see if I'm tripping or not. But I'm putting it there, man, because it has no real story for real. And that'll do it, man. There's probably plenty of other shows, obviously, that can fit this list. But I'm going to be real. If you're around and usually be around and you watch my other videos, I usually just put 4 shows in there and talk about them, you know. Keep it real around here. Nothing fancy with it. So if you enjoy the way I do my videos, make sure you like and sub up. Like I said, it's really just supposed to be like, imagine we're just on FaceTime, no weirdo stuff. But we just on FaceTime and it's just like we talking about shows. This really what it's supposed to be. Nothing fancy, nothing too fancy. Because I still got to put these clips together. But you know, if you put your mind to it, you could do anything. But I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like and sub up. Appreciate everybody that's new around here. Because we just going to keep going up. And we go see what happens, man. Oh man, this is crazy. I'm really at the end of the video, so I'm really just yapping. So if you made it this far and you're listening to me yapping, I do appreciate it. It's kind of like, because that whole video was me, but this is like seeing me in 4D. which don't make sense, but I'll catch y'all.